just by some of the guys they've lost, and they haven't replaced enough, in my opinion. They've signed, I think, 3 players. Paul Richardson, Orlando Scandrick, how old is Orlando Scandrick, who's coming off a dreadful year. That's why he's available.
I think he's 31 or 32.
And Pernell McPhee. Like, I'm not expecting anything from Pernell McPhee. And Paul Richardson, God bless him, 44 catches last year. He can run like the wind, but that was like his biggest year of his career. Let's hope that he blossoms.
You also thought you might lose Zach Brown, and you got him back.
True. But
so you're just you're calculating this roster based on what you had last year, and Zach Brown was on the roster.
Yeah,
but there was a good chance he was going to walk.
Yeah, maybe, but I didn't think there was going to be a huge market for him. I'm actually not surprised at all that Zach Brown's back.
Well, I think it's a big addition because you didn't.
Well, they definitely needed him.
They needed him on that defense.
Look, if you look at that team and say these are the parts, these are all the parts we have, and then you look at the team right now, we have less parts, in my opinion, than we had less good parts. We've lost more than we've added. That's what I'm saying. Now, you still have to draft.
Tough to say. Yeah, I mean,
but I think it's common sense.
Well, so who are the big ones that you lost that you really are having struggles with?
Well, it's not that I have struggles with, but I'm just saying they haven't added.
All right, but give me the guys that they lost.
I don't have the list in front of me, but obviously they traded away. Kendall Fuller was part of the deal. They've decided to let Junior Gillette walk, which I know you're not a big fan of, but I thought he
never did anything.
He added
Zach Brown's
pressure.
a better player.
Of course. But Junior Gillette, I thought, was an important person to bring back. They decided to let him walk. The Stuart Cravens thing, we all know that was a disaster. Not that I was against it. But, it was a talented player that they moved on from.
I know, but you can't say, first of all, you
Trent Murphy.
You can't say that it's a worse roster because you lost players like Stuart Cravens and Junior Gillette.
I'm just saying overall
because they never did anything on the field.
They've signed like 3 guys. And they've let a bunch of guys go.
Plus the guys they re-signed. Plus you got the draft.
No, but those guys were already here. Like, I already consider them here.
I know, but they were still free agents.
Okay, but at the end of the day, the total pieces, we have fewer pieces. We just do. And we've only added a couple.
I'm not as down on it. I think that re-signing key guys is just like adding guys. That's the way I look at it.
Okay, but the guys we've added is
I know
less
you're not excited about the guys
that we've let go.
I get it, but you're going to add 6 or 7, or if not more, guys in the draft.
But this is the new normal for the Redskins. This is their approach to free agency.
That is true. I mean, is there a guy out there that signed with someone else that you really liked?
I'll tell you, there's a guy that's out there that's still available is Jonathan Hankins. Now, apparently, the Redskins have decided maybe that the price tag is too high, and that's kind of been basically the deal here for the last decade.
Well, that price tag got to come down.
They could be letting him sweat it out.
Every day he doesn't sign somewhere.
Yeah, right, you would think the price goes down. But put it this way, I have been underwhelmed with their offseason.
Mm-hmm.
If you think it's been fine, sure. I think the only thing that's saving them
only time's going to tell
is Alex Smith, because that'll keep them competitive.
Right.
But I think they're a worse roster right now than they were at the end of the year, and that wasn't a great roster.
And by the way, that's another guy they added.
Who?
Alex Smith.
No, I said all along. I prefaced the whole argument by saying they gathered themselves.
At the most important position.
At the most important position, but let's just say it's a net wash.
Did the Kevin Hogan trade move you at all?
No, come on. It's a third string quarterback.
Why would that move anybody?
It's irrelevant. It's like it didn't happen.
Kevin Hogan?
It's like they signed Adam.
I heard that he might they signed Adam. That he might be the backup.
Who cares?
He might be.
If it gets to the backup, it's over.
He's a project.
If it gets to Kevin Hogan or Colt McCoy, it's over.
The only reason it makes sense is because he's a local kid.
Yeah, I like it.
That's a good story.
Yeah, it's a great story. I like him. Yeah, but he doesn't make you better.
We'd like to see, it'd be nice to see him develop into something.
He's not going to be anything. He's
if
a
you're
backup.
banking on Kevin Hogan for anything other than like a spot emergency half that he has to play at some point, then your season's in real trouble.
He looked good when he replaced Kaiser.
Yeah. He had some good games.
Listen, he's a career backup.
He was a really good college quarterback.
Let's hope for his sake, being a local kid, he has a 12-year career.
He's not a total hack.
No, but he's a career backup. He's a career backup. That signing is the most irrelevant signing ever.
You don't like Pernell McPhee?
I don't know much about him, which tells me he's probably not that.
I know he's got chronic knee issues. That's alarming.
I don't know. Valdez liked him.
You replace, I think he's an upgrade over Gillette.
We'll see. I'm just telling you right now, this roster is worse than it was at the end of the year.
Scandrick, I would agree with you. You can't get excited about him. But, Paul Richardson adds a deep threat. You needed a receiver. You got Alex Smith. You re-sign Foster and Zach Brown.
We're relying on.
So you got no needs at middle linebacker.
We're relying on some young guys. We hope that Chase Roulier, and I like him. He'll step in nicely. Monte Nicholson, that he'll be able to stay healthy. When healthy, that guy made some plays. I like him. We're relying on Matt Ioannidis and Fabian Moreau.
But I would say that this roster is pretty similar to. Now remember, they're going to add guys in the draft too. So after they add some pieces in the draft, I'd say it's probably pretty similar to last year.
Right, the 7-9 team.
Maybe, yeah, 7, 8 wins, whatever. I'm not expecting much. Are you expecting more than that?
What do you think of this in the first 2 rounds?
No, but I always like to have hope, and there's not much hope.
At 13, they stand pat and take the best defensive player, and then in round 2, they take Ronald Jones, the running back out of Southern Cal, if he's still there.
I mean,
you probably like the way that plays out.
Right. Well, then he'll go back and he'll start watching USC games from last year, and he'll get all excited.
Of course.
That's exactly what he'll do.
That's the way it works.
I'm not going to get that excited because I've seen the schedule.